Hello and welcome to another video. So today we are doing a voiceover because it was 4 in the morning when I was recording this and my boyfriend was in bed. And yeah, I wanted to be nice about it. So let's go ahead and get started with this Krampus Elf cosplay transformation. So first we're going to be putting on some red contacts. These are my contacts from Unique So. I did have an issue with the left side. You will see I ended up putting it in backwards and it did go behind my eyeball, but don't worry, I went ahead and I was able to get it back forward. This could have gone wrong, very wrong, but I was patient with it and finally got it to stay in place. This can happen with contacts in general, so just beware. And of course I'm going to be blowing my nose 1,000 times like I always do. It is pretty normal for me. I then went ahead and applied white face paint. This is my Myron face paint. I am not sure if that's the correct way to pronounce it, but I ended up using a sponge. This is a face paint sponge to easily go ahead and dabble that on all over my face and my neck. I didn't do it all the way down to my cleavage line just because I was going to be doing something different. I was just kind of going off of some references, collage pictures, kind of like I made a little Pinterest board, and I was going off of those images, but also making this with a twist for my own look. It was like a Krampus Elf mixed with just like a creepy looking makeup. Like I didn't even know where I was going with it. This is my Krampus Elf cosplay transformation. That's all I know. After putting this on Reddit, a lot of people were saying that it was definitely like a take as like a creepy elf and then also like a character from Saw, which I thought was really cool. I then went ahead and I put setting powder on, which this is the setting powder by Tarte. If you have very oily skin, definitely recommend the setting powder by Tarte. If you have combo skin like me, I don't recommend it too much because it does dry out your skin, but with keeping face paint on, it definitely keeps it on. I then went ahead and applied black eyeshadow on my eyes. So I used my bags. Yes, I have bags as a reference to go ahead and see where I stop putting that eyeshadow, and then I used my brow bone and my eyebrow to figure out the top of the area. So if you have bags like me, because you don't get much sleep because you're a busy human being, you could go ahead and use your bags. If not, it's just going to be a little bit lower than your regular eye socket. But you could definitely use your brow bone to go ahead and figure out how you want to do these. I just went ahead and started with like normal circles first, and then went ahead and did some contouring on my cheek, and then I decided to do some lines down my neck with the same black eyeshadow, kind of giving me like a collar in a way. Didn't know where I was going with it. I was just kind of messing around and wanted to doing some creepy contour. As you can see, I was just kind of puckering my lips a little bit and figuring out how I wanted to contour. The lines were more like of kind of like a t-shirt in a way, but I was also kind of going for like a jester type look, the stripes that jesters sometimes have on their outfits. I don't know, I kind of just got inspired by that. And as you can see, I am doing the same on the other side, but this side I decided to point it to give my eyes more of like a creepier look. I feel like when I pointed it and got it out of those circle shapes, which tend to be more friendly, it definitely gave it more of a creepier look. Then I was trying out some brown, but I didn't like how the brown looked. It just made it look more like my skin tone, as you can see there. So in the end, I do end up covering that back up. I went back in with my black eyeshadow and started just contouring my face. I started using the natural lines of my lips, mouth, and then my forehead to just go ahead and create these creepy lines. As you can see, I'm making like these weird face expressions, but it's honestly because that's the only way I could really accentuate those nose structures. I end up doing like some very dark shading on the nose nostrils to give it that creepier look. And then I went ahead and I put some red matte lipstick on. This gave it more of a feminine look. And then I end up going a little crazier with it. You'll see that I end up doing more of a Joker type-esque mouth. But it's because I wanted to give it more of a creepy look. I felt like I looked way too cute feminine. So I went ahead and I started doing these like Joker type lines with my mouth. But the reasoning behind it was not actually inspired by the Joker. It was inspired by creepy characters that I've seen. A good example would be witches. In the witches movie, when the witches open up their mouths, they have a huge, large mouth of teeth. That was my inspiration for the super large mouth, is when I would smile, it'd be like a really large amount of teeth. And then as you can see, I had this little like swirly on my nose. That was just kind of something else I want to add, and people thought it was very Saw-like when I added that swirly. As for the bottom, I decided to do some drippage of like blood in a way, but also like a drippage of makeup. I don't know, it was just kind of all over the place. And then I also wanted to go in with like the jester type collar, so I went ahead and I did this like spiked up collar on my neck. I only did it on the front, not on the back, because nobody was going to see the back. I started with black face paint. I was doing eyeshadow at first, but to do the lining, I decided to just do face paint. When I do the shading, I did go in with eyeshadow. I could have done face paint as well, but face paint was very messy, and I was very nervous about the spillage of water, because if you do put too much water on your sponge, there could be an excess amount of just accumulation of water, and I didn't want that getting on my clothes. So I decided to just go in and start shading with my black eyeshadow. I made sure to go ahead and blend as best as I could. My main concern was just going in and getting the black everywhere, not specifically getting it as dark as I possibly need to, mainly because it was a very, very cold day. The day actually started out at 39-degree weather outside, and that is in Fahrenheit, and I definitely just wanted to make sure that it looked cool. I was going to have a jacket on most of the day, but that area was kind of going to be exposed. I was probably going to have some smudging because of my jacket, but either way, I thought it would have looked very, very cool. So as you can see, it's not fully black, but I thought, hey, why not? It's a really cool touch. So I continued with that, and then I went ahead and did some red lipstick. I was trying to do these swirlies on my neck as well, but it didn't work out, so I got some white liner. This is just white eyeliner, liquid liner to be exact, and I went ahead and did swirlies all the way around, and then I just did the reds like every other. Since I already had some red in there, they weren't going to be that bright in comparison to the white, but I said, hey, why not? I already started it. I'm going with like a white and red theme, and I thought it would look super cool. I then went ahead and added the red as the like collar line there, but also then added some stitches, so it kind of made it look like they stitched this onto my neck, and I thought it looked awesome. My hair was then wet, so I did have to go ahead and brush it out. I actually pulled an all-nighter this day for the market, so I don't know how I was doing it. I was fixing up that brown spot that I did earlier. I had just showered, and I'm just brushing out my hair. So we then go ahead, after brushing out my hair, we're moving on to me fully blow dried hair. So let's go ahead and move on to me being with fully blow dried hair. Now that my hair is fully dry, I'm going to go ahead and do my black liner, because I do want to make sure that my eyes are fully done there. And we're going to go ahead and put on some fake lashes. I like using magnetic lashes. My favorite ones are actually by Glamnetics, but I actually ran out and they are very, very expensive. So I just have some like cheap magnetic lashes from Amazon. They work well, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put these on to give me like more of a feminine look. I was going more for like a spooky, creepy, cute look. I didn't want to like be fully creepy, but at the same time be pretty creepy, if that makes sense. I don't know how, but I think spooky creepy is pretty cute in my opinion. Now that the lashes are on, I was thinking maybe some bottom lashes, and then I was like, no bottom lashes, that would look very, very weird. So I'm just putting on some mascara on the bottom instead and making sure that my eyes are popping. I'm correcting a couple little areas since I felt like the black eyeshadow needed a bit more darker around the eyes, mainly on my left eye. The left eye I didn't have too much. And then to top it off, my Santa hat that I made, my Ghost Santa hat from Sparkling Punk. Now this is the reveal. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe. I post every Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Bye! It smells like a cookie. I don't know why. Okay, I'm like, you're not naked on my camera, are you? 'Cause I'm recording.